All right, so I've been knitting across my row, and as you can see, the majority of my stitches are now on the opposite side from where they started. So they've been slowly shifting over to the right onto the side, and now most of them are just in the middle. And I'll show you how to change everything, how to start your next row in a few minutes, but I wanted to show you what it's going to look like when you get to the end of your row. You might just be not sure what to do, but actually you just keep doing exactly what you have been doing. So I have a couple stitches left here, as you can see, and I'm gonna just work my way across the third to last one, the second to last one. And I know it's a little bit scary just seeing that one stitch hanging out here, but you're actually gonna knit it the same way you've been knitting all your other stitches. So I'm just gonna go through my stitch, wrap my yarn, and then pull it through. And so now it's just kind of hanging out on my needle, and you actually do pull your left hand needle out just like you've been doing, just like that. So now all my stitches have been transferred over. I've knit one row, and now to start your next row, you just do exactly what we did at the beginning. You swap your needle ends. So this is how you basically work a flat piece like a blanket, but on a circular needle. So again, we're treating them just like we would be as if we were working on straight needles. So I'm gonna put the needle that's empty without my working yarn coming from it, I'm gonna put it in my right hand. The needle that has the working yarn coming out of the front, that's gonna go back into my left hand. And you can see it's looking awfully familiar, just like I did a row ago where we started from the cast on. And I'm gonna keep going the same way. The only thing different on your rows going forward is you're gonna be doing what's called slipping a stitch. You're gonna be just slipping the first stitch. It's essentially that. I'm just gonna take my needle tip. This time you do go from right to left, and you just slip it off your needle. It's just going to give you a little bit of a nicer edge, so you want to make sure to do that on your first stitch of every row going forward. And now I'm going to just knit my next stitch here. I'm going to go through the same way, wrap it, and pull it through again. So basically I'm going to be repeating those last few steps again and again until I've reached my 15 inches or 62 garter ridges. Now that's something you might have come across if you've read ahead in your pattern, and I'll go ahead and show you what that means really quick now, just as a little bit of an overview. You can see below my right hand needle here, you have this line of bumps. They're kind of interlocking shapes. It's one clear line. That counts as one garter stitch ridge. These are going to be kind of stacking up on top of each other, and they're actually composed of 2 rows. So for every 2 rows, you get 1 garter stitch ridge, or 1 garter ridge. So that's an easy way, as you're working along, you can count those to see how close you are to your 15 inches, but you do want to make sure that you also measure your 15 inches. But 62 should get you extremely close to the 15 inches. So again, you're just going to be working across your row. When you get to the end, work that last stitch in the same way, and then you just swap your needles to make sure your empty one is in your right hand and the one with your working yarn here is in your left hand, and you just keep repeating that same cycle for your entire stripe. So I'm going to be working on this for a bit, and then the next step is changing your next color. So again, after 15 inches or 62 garter rows, come back here and I'll show you how to add your second color in.